Canal remains one of the most talked about chemical catastrophes in this country. Dozens of groups tour the site every year, hoping to better understand how it happened and hoping history doesn't repeat itself.
I just don't know what to do. I'm disgusted.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to breathe all that air.
Would you please tell me, do I let my 3-year-old stay? She has a birth defect now.
Memories of the pain and the panic of the late 70s haunt this neighborhood nearly 40 years later.
It was leaking into their sub pumps. There were smells. People were complaining of skin irritation and rashes.
Mike Basile was a young employee at the time, working at the nearby Niagara Falls Air Base. He remembers stories from people like Bonnie Snyder.
I have some physical problems that I hope are not related to anything here, but if they are, I want to know about it.
What are those physical problems?
I have rheumatoid arthritis and I have severe headaches.
Others complained of miscarriages and urinary and kidney problems.
Our concern was to relocate these people. We wanted them out of harm's way. It took some years to relocate 900 families and buy them out.
And there was no precedent for this.
There was no we were kind of flying by the seat of our pants.
Today, Basile is the EPA's regional spokesperson. He helps share the story of one of America's worst environmental disasters, a disaster that decimated this neighborhood. Only the streets, sidewalks, and streetlights remain.
This is the east side of the canal again.
We count only a handful of homes left, families who, for whatever reason, refuse the EPA's buyout offers.
This was a big black eye on the city of Niagara Falls.
Basile says there's still enormous interest in Love Canal.
You get requests for tours of Love Canal all the time?
All the time. Probably, I'd have to say that this year alone, probably 40 tours.
People from all over the world.
The actual canal was only 16 acres in length. It was about 18 feet wide. It was like a bathtub.
A canal dug as a dream for entrepreneur William Love in the late 1890s and then abandoned.
This was shot in 1938 prior to disposal.
Hooker Chemical bought it and started burying barrels of chemicals, 21,000 tons of toxins, sold to the school board for $1 and words of warning.
And they said, don't build the school right over the top of the 16-acre landfill.
The blizzard of '77 accelerated the nightmare that followed.
What are you going to do for my kids? What are you going to do? Nothing. They got to go. The damage is done, man. The damage is done.
The EPA eventually allowed hundreds of families to move back into the homes north of Colvin Boulevard. Those families today are some of the ones involved in the lawsuits.
I mean, we said it so many times, don't bring people back here. Just don't bring them back here.
Lois GIBBS, who led the Love Canal relocation fight, returned in 2013.
This was one of the areas that was most contaminated.
GIBBS has long argued families should never have returned.
We fought very hard to stop the resettlement of Love Canal. We lost that battle.
My family has been affected by the contaminants in our home emotionally, physically, and mentally.
Keith Booz spoke with News 4 in 2013. He and other families can't talk to us now. Their lawyer has ordered them to stay quiet.
The government told us it was safe to come back.
And they innocently went in and bought what I bought 35 years ago, the American dream.
Today, the area looks more like a golf course.
Just a chain link fence. That's all we've got.
That's all we have.
Basile insists it would even be safe to walk on the site.
All that debris from those homes and the school sit and make up the 70-acre cap.
More than 200 monitoring wells dot the area, offering the only real clues to the trouble that's buried below.
How do you respond to people who say, why didn't the EPA move any of this stuff?
It didn't make much sense to excavate 21,000 tons of waste where it's located now and transport it someplace else to put it back in the ground again.
Basile says the area is among the safest in western New York because of constant monitoring, paid for by Occidental Petroleum, the company that bought Hooker Chemical. Runoff from the site gets treated here before it's pumped underground to the city's wastewater facility.
They did not clean up Love Canal. At best, they put a trench around it. There's still 20,000 tons of chemicals in the center of that site.
That's a sentiment shared by many in this section of the falls. Families who fear the toxic waste isn't entirely contained and that one day it may seep back into their lives. These new lawsuits may take years to get resolved. I sat through a hearing last week in State Supreme Court in Niagara County. Depositions haven't even been scheduled in the 18 lawsuits. Now, we would like to hear from you if you have a story to share about Love Canal. You can email us, investigates@wivb.com. Jordan Williams, News 4.